Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and what in the world am I talking about? Hopefully all you out there know what movie I'm quoting, but if you don't, I'm quoting Boysen Tha Hood. That movie came out in 1991, was written and directed by John Singleton, featured Ice Cube and Lauren Fishburne, Cuba Gooding Jr., a bunch of other people. Amazing movie. I actually saw it in the theater. I was probably 12 years old, 13 years old. Should not have been to the theater to see that movie. But hey, I went to that movie and saw it. What an amazing movie. And why am I talking about Boysen Tha Hood? Because the beer I have today is Boysen Tha Hood Vanilla Edition. So Boysen Tha Hood Vanilla is from Three Sons Brewing Company out of Dania Beach, Florida. Now, I had no idea where Dania Beach, Florida is. I had to look it up. And it's south of Fort Lauderdale. It's kind of, I guess it's between like Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood, Florida. So between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, but closer to Fort Lauderdale. I picked this beer up from Halftime Beverage for $8.99. As soon as I saw the name, I had to buy it. Just for the name alone. I didn't care what kind of beer it was. Again, because it relates to my youth. I saw that movie in Knoxville, Tennessee. I was like maybe 12 years old, maybe 13, something like that. Definitely should not have been in that movie theater. My friend and I went and definitely weren't old enough to see that movie, but it was eye-opening. It was a crazy movie. But let's get back to the beer here. So this is Boysen Tha Hood Vanilla. I guess there's just a regular Boysen Tha Hood, but this is the vanilla. It's a sour ale with fruit. It seems like it's been a while since I've reviewed a sour beer. There's not a lot on the can here, but it's got this cool lowrider on it, and it just says Boysen Tha Hood. And on the can, there's not even a can-on date that I can see, but it's 8% alcohol. It's an imperial sour with boysenberry, black currant, or black currant, as I can't even say it correctly, the way that Don from Don's Beer Review says it, and Madagascar vanilla. On the other side here, it just says brewed and packaged at Three Sons Brewing Company. And there's some sort of crazy number. Maybe that is a date code or something else. I don't know. Keep cold. Drink. What does that say? Keep cold, drink yesterday. That's pretty funny. Keep cold, drink yesterday. I don't think I've ever seen that on a can before. And that's all there is on this can here. I'm really excited to try that. But again, I had to buy this for the name. It's just one of those core memories I've had all my life of going to that movie. Being like 12 years old-ish, sitting in the theater, watching that movie. Really should not have been there. And just being blown away by the movie and what went on in the movie. And then blown away by like the reaction of the audience after the fact when the lights came up. It was a crazy day. Awesome going to see it. But let's get into the beer here. So on Untapped, this gets a 4.21 with 965 check-ins. Beer Advocate, there was no score. And that just like burped all over my hand there. Sure, this looks like it's going to be a crazy color. Of course it is. It's a boysenberry sour. Get it into my glass here. I'm already getting some fruity scents out of that shaklook. Get a nose on it. That smells like, wow, that's like, this is going to sound really bizarre, but it almost reminds me of stripper perfume. I know that's terrible to say. But it's got this like black currant, boysenberry, vanilla, like weird scent to it. And my first thought when I smelled that scent was a stripper, like a gentleman's club dancer. That I know that's kind of odd, but that's kind of what that smells reminiscent of. Obviously it smells good, right, gentlemen? Yeah. That vanilla though, the vanilla kind of seems a little artificial, but you get that boysenberry, black currant, like it just very perfumey is what I'm trying to say. Color, that is a thick looking purpley color. I mean, that looks like grape drink. Just very purple colored. about a half a pinky's worth of this pinkish, finely bubbled foam. And I'm excited to try this Boysen Tha Hood Vanilla. Wish I could have got the regular Boysen Tha Hood to try as well, but I got the vanilla. Like I said, I got it from Halftime Beverage for $8.99. Let's hope it's worth $8.99. Cheers, everybody. That is thick. Oh, that's tart. That's thick. That's tart. It's really getting me back here. Thick, tart. You get that boysenberry. The black currant's really strong. Definitely picking up that vanilla. The flavors are incredible. They mix really well. Not picking up any booziness whatsoever from 8%. But that like, that's crazy. That tartness is like right here in the cheeks. If this was a little frozen, like some of my beers have been lately, this would be like a daiquiri. This is delicious. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet because that black currant kind of cuts the sweetness down. It's well balanced in that level, but the boysenberry and black currant fruitiness are very strong, very fresh tasting, like real fruit. Tastes like they really muddled fruit in this. The vanilla is real. Tastes very, very real. This is a banger. This is a really well done sour. This is delicious. If you're a big fan of boysenberry or black currant, you would love this. This is really well done. The Madagascar vanilla is just additive to it. It's there around the edges and intertwined, but the star of the show is the boysenberry and black currant, and really the black currant. But it's just so well done, mixed very well. And that body, like, at first I thought it was like a thick body, like medium to full body, but now it's getting more like light to medium body as I drink it. It's kind of drying too on the back end, because I keep going back for more because it's very drying. It's like tart and drying. This is delicious. This is really well done. Boysen Tha Hood Vanilla. This is living up to the name. It's just as good as a movie. 2 big horns up from the Ginger Yeti. This is an excellent beer. If you can get Three Sons Brewing in Dania Beach, Florida, if you can get there and find this Boysen Tha Hood Vanilla, I highly recommend it. Or if Halftime Beverage ships to your area, you can pick it up for $8.99. Really well done beer. Really well done fruited sour. Hopefully one day I can make it down to this brewery. I don't like to get to spend a lot of time down in that part of Florida. I do get to Fort Lauderdale once in a while, but I don't get south of there, and usually I'm in and out of Fort Lauderdale. Love to go to this brewery. Let me know down below in the comments if you've been to the brewery. Let me know down below in the comments if you've made it this far. Let me know down below in the comments what age you were when you saw Boysen Tha Hood, if you saw Boysen Tha Hood. Because I totally saw it when I should not have seen it, and it was amazing. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, embrace the adventure.